So again, I'm going back over 10-3, this second page. Go down to this section. It says, first of all, we're going to do the front rounding on all of these. So Hannah Lee, these are some of the ones you had questions on, so let's go ahead and go over these. So front end, I just look at the front number. All right, is this a 3 or is this a 30? 30. Front end, I'm not going to round it. So that's a 30. The second one, is this is that a 10? Is that a 1? Am I going to write 1 or am I going to write 10? 10. Good job. On this one, am I going to write 6 or am I going to write 60? 60. So if you add this up, what does that add up to?
100.
100. 6 and 3 is 9. 10 more is 100. Done with that one. Then, that's how easy it should have been. Okay. Then this one, front end, I don't care about anything past the decimal. So this one's going to be about what? I'm not rounding. Front end. It's 3. This one's going to be what? 3. This one's going to be what? 1. That front end answer is what? 7. Then, same thing on this one. Is this going to be 20 or 2? 20. It's in the 10 spot. Is this going to be 10 or 1? 10. Okay, you want to write the whole thing. Don't make a mistake by just doing a shortcut on these. On this one, is it going to be 10 or 1? 10. It's closer in the 10s. So that adds up to be 40. You are right. Then, over on this one, front end, what am I going to write for this one? 100. What am I going to write for this one? 200. Good. On front end, you don't round at all. This one is going to be what? 300. So this adds up to, you are right, 600. So get those down. And then we're going to go back, and then we're going to actually round to the same place, the front end, but this time you're going to round by looking at your neighbor number. So is this closer to 30? In fact, I'll just kind of split this. Is this closer to 30 or 40? 40. Is this closer to 10 or 20? 10. Is this closer to 60 or 70? Good job. So this one ends up being what?
11.
It's not just 11. 110. Okay. So again, make sure that you're putting those zeros there so you don't put just 11. Right. Then this one, is this closer to 3 or 4? 4. So get this one down. Is this closer to 3 or 4? Because now we're rounding. Is this closer to 1 or 2?
1.
What does that one add up to be?
8.
Okay. Right. Then, so the next one on the rounding. So now we're going to look at our neighbor. Is this going to be closer to 20 or 30?
20.
Good job. Is this closer to 10 or 20?
10. No, 20.
20, because we're rounding this time. So we look at that one, that is closer to 20. Is this closer to 10 or 20?
10.
So this ends up being how much?
50.
Okay, well good. I'm glad he was correct. You need to listen to your dad. Okay, alrighty. So let's go ahead and do this one. Now we're going to be rounding here. Is that closer to 100 or 200?
100.
100? Is that closer to, and so you don't need to rewrite this number. You just do it right from here. Is that closer to 200 or 300? Rounding. 300? Is that closer to 300 or 400?
No, 400.
300, that's a 0.
5 and up.
All right, so that's going to add up to be what? 700. All right, and so I'm going to leave it at that. The only other one that I'm going to do right now is
I need to know with Not the word problem. It's a problem one we just did.
Which one?
Number 7, and like the one little bit number 7. But I don't really get it. Estimate and front end.
Okay, I'm not going to redo those again. We did those yesterday.
No, we didn't.
Okay, okay. You had to do them. I did all of these with you. And on this,
I don't really get this. Like, I don't really get it because it says front end.
okay, if they're saying front end, for example, on this one, you shouldn't have a problem with this one or this one or this one. Front end is front end. On this one, the front end would be right here. The front end would be right here. The front end would be right here. So what am I going to add? I'm going to add 0.4. And then what am I going to add? 8, not just 8. 8.0, so have it aligned with this one. And then this one is just going to be what? 0.5. So that adds up to be what?
Should we add this or subtract it?
Okay, what does it say? So that's going to be 9, and that's going to be 8. And that was right there. Okay.
So this one will take the numbers?
Where you just take the front end.
So the very first numbers were just like,
Those are the front numbers. Okay, and I'm going to look at one more problem real quick. It says have an estimated difference. Do you know, we're never mind, we're not going to do this, so we're going to skip. All right, so set that aside. I'm going to stop this video just for a moment because this was just going over 10-3. I'm going to start another video on our review.